Hey, welcome back on my YouTube channel for a new episode of Cooking Vegan with Nathan-Josias. Today we're gonna have a new episode for Christmas. Actually, we're gonna start to prepare the Christmas season, and for today's episode we're gonna have a special guest, my cousin who's a chef here in France, Kamel. But let's keep going. We're gonna have at the menu we're gonna have risotto and meaty seitan. For the seitan we're gonna need chicken spices, chickpeas, wheat gluten, so this is not a gluten-free recipe, maple syrup, a bit of oil, vegetable stock, garlic powder, and some pepper to taste. My cousin is a chef, but actually he explored and discovered a bit more the vegan universe. So today I'm gonna show him the seitan, and he will show us and teach us how to make this risotto. For the seitan, it's quite easy. We're gonna add all the ingredients in the blender, all the wet ingredients, okay? So set aside
all the dry ingredients.
Exactly, the dry ingredients, we're gonna set them aside. Just gonna pour that in. Maple syrup, it's Christmas, okay? And the vegetable stock. And we're gonna start to smooth everything. And finally, the plant-based milk. I use soy milk because I love the protein. If you want to keep this recipe soy-free, you just have to add any plant-based milk. Let's mix everything for a few minutes until it gets really smooth with the chickpeas. When everything is really smooth, we're gonna take this out. Smell actually quite good, chickpeas. Okay, and now we're gonna add all the dry ingredients. Kamel, I'll let you do it.
Alright.
So here we have the wheat gluten.
Chicken spices.
Exactly.
A little bit of thyme. And garlic powder.
Here, if you have a KitchenAid, you can definitely do it with the machine. But I'm gonna do it by hand because I find more pleasure to do it with my hand. I'm just gonna mix everything. The wheat gluten is quite hard. This is not flour, so it's kind of hard to mix everything, but it's kind of a work.
Chef, you forgot the pepper.
Okay, I forgot the pepper. You can see my memory is kind of bad. Let's add some pepper. I'm a pepper lover, so let's grind a bit of this inside. Okay. And now let's keep mixing everything.
So you just mix the ingredients together?
Yeah.
And after you finish with your hand, right?
Basically, I just go for it and until it gets smooth, and I love to go with my hands inside of that bowl, actually.
Right.
There's about a few times that I do this recipe, and for me, just mixing with my hand is actually the most fun out of it. I don't know why. I used to make bread sometime. I don't make bread that much often. So lately, let's be honest, this is my bread pleasure.
Okay.
For all the bread lover over here, you can understand me. I mean, you're one, basically. You've done a lot of bread lately. Okay, let's go with our hand inside of this, and let's keep mixing until we get a weird texture.
Starting to get really thick, actually.
Yeah, the dough get really thick and
because
kind of
gluten, yeah.
Yeah, the wheat gluten is gonna add this really flavor, meaty texture. You know, come from the wheat gluten, and the rest is just to taste. You can do this recipe with soy, so basically with tofu to replace the chickpeas. I just try to reduce the soy and give more alternative at their soy-free. Okay, so now that you're gonna have this really dough, when your dough starts to be smooth like this, you're gonna work it directly on the cutting board. And just work it again.
Exactly like a bread.
Exactly like a bread, and it's kind of work. If you have a machine and you want to avoid some work, we have one here. But as I told you,
so
I enjoy it.
When you use it in the KitchenAid, you use the hook, right?
Yeah, I just use the hook like the bread, and I let it turn, And after a moment you have to finish it with your hands because everything will be apart.
Yeah.
You will have some big chunks, so you have to put them together until you get a beautiful dough.
Okay.
Okay, let's keep working this one. Okay, usually I just use the hand for 10 minutes, a bit less. The food processor only take about 5 minutes.
Okay.
The more you're gonna work the dough, actually, the more the texture is gonna be thick.
Okay.
So if you want a thick texture, you have to work a lot. I think we're good. We start to have the one I want. I'm just gonna make one big roll. And the next step, we're gonna cut it. When your dough is perfectly with the texture that you wanna have, you're just gonna cut it in 4 equal parts, okay, approximately. I'm not really good at maths, I have to be honest, so I'm just gonna go for it. One part would be enough with this. You can see it's quite sticky, but that's okay. When we're gonna cook it, the texture is gonna totally change. Will be quite a surprise. Okay, here we have 4 parts. What we're gonna need now is aluminum foil and baking paper. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to make it at home. What you're gonna need is a baking paper. Take one part of your dough, place it in your paper, and just foil it and make sure you go really tight, not too tight of course, and just roll it until the end, okay?
Like a balloting.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Really tight, we get the perfect one. Okay, let's go. I give you one, you have one. Let's go, we're gonna make 4 of them. Basically, if you want to organize, if you want to make easier for you to cook, definitely what you should do is prepare all the ingredients before and just add them real quick, and then you will see the preparation will be faster and you will enjoy the cooking process way much more. Okay, you're faster than me, definitely. So take another one. I'm non-professional. He's a chef, okay? You cannot have everything.
The most important is what connection you have with the food and how you feel things. Someone who appreciates the food a lot will be as good as any chef. We don't say all the best chefs are grandmothers and mothers.
That's true.
So
that's true.
We chefs only try to pretend we are we are good, but
the only thing is that grandmother are not usually vegan. But and today we're gonna try to make it vegan.
all right.
Okay, we're just gonna go exactly for the same thing, but with the foil now.
Okay.
So I just put some water to boil. Now I'm gonna reduce it to a simmer.
And for how long are you gonna cook?
Okay, and now we're gonna add the seitan inside for an hour. So definitely you wanna start doing this before, and this is where we're gonna go to the risotto right after. But you definitely wanna do for the full hour.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna leave it each side. If you use a steamer, it's actually the same 30 minutes, and then all you have to do is switch for another 30 minutes. And it's a simmer, don't make it boil, please be patient. Okay, now let's go to the risotto.
Okay.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, so now we're gonna do the risotto, the mushroom risotto, vegan also. We're gonna need some vegetable stock, some onions, mushrooms, rice, risotto rice, brown rice. We're gonna need some nutritional yeast, olive oil, and vinegar. You can use apple cider vinegar or any kind of vinegar you like. Alright, so Nathan,
Okay, tell me what I should do.
you can cut the onions, cut thin slices of the onion.
Okay, I'm
I'll
gonna
do
try
the
my
garlic.
best.
We're gonna start to warm up the oil slowly.
Okay, right,
Last one.
right here.
Put it about number 5, I think. 5.
Okay.
So pour in the olive oil.
And let's cut.
Yeah. So you can crush the garlic first to get out all the taste, the flavor out of it, just like this. And then cut it.
I'm learning at the same time, so I'm watching. Okay, but let me cut too.
The garlic doesn't need to be necessarily really small. I like to keep some like little chunks of
The garlic?
Yeah, it gives more flavor. It will cook, soften, and it gives some better taste.
I'm a garlic lover, you know?
Garlic is really good. Depurifying, detoxifying,
Except
good for everything.
Except when you're single, but social distancing, you know, help a bit. Okay, how do you want me to cut this part?
Okay, just cut it the same. Remove the hairy part.
Okay, let me take this out.
Yes. Okay. Because there is usually soil in it, and then just cut it in half and cut it the same way you did.
Okay,
It's
perfect. I try my best.
Okay, the oil should start to get warm now. We're gonna put first the garlic and the onions.
Okay, let me go for it. This is a cool one. Just have to fold it. Okay, can I have fun with some mushrooms?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Go for it.
Let me have some fun. So just in half. Then I'm just. If you follow me on Instagram, you can see in my stories how much I love to cut things. It's just maybe one of my favorite interests lately. I love to cut. I love to cut vegetables.
That's
Just,
scary.
yeah, just cutting them. I don't always eat them. I just cut them and say, okay, we'll see what we're gonna do with them later. But yes, it's really cool. That's really what I do. Like, I really cut a lot of vegetables and I just
put them all together.
Yes.
Add some flavoring, whatever
actually,
spices.
you know, when you cut a lot of vegetable, I love to put them in the wok and just some soy sauce. Yes.
Like Asian style.
Yeah, Asian style.
Really fast, really hot.
And really good.
Yeah.
Really tasty. Okay, let me add the from here. Wow, it smells so good.
Yeah, it starts to smell really good. So if you want to keep them nice, just not so hot or they'll burn and the garlic will give a really bad taste.
Okay.
So slowly until they caramelize and like transparent kind of.
And because we don't only talk about kitchen here on my channel, don't forget to drink water because you don't want to get too thirsty. When I cook, I often forget to drink. When I work, I forget to drink. Like, only when I exercise myself. This is the moment where I get so thirsty that I'm just like, okay, let's start to drink a bit. And it's an occasion to have a
So
break.
you see at this point,
Wow.
we're not far from it. Just stir them slowly like this.
This is beautiful. And the smells, wow, pretty amazing.
Mushroom shouldn't be cooked a long time,
Okay.
but then you can leave it to stir a little bit.
And are you gonna use the vinegar to deglaze or just to give it a taste?
We can use it to deglaze, but in this case there is not really like this brownish thing at the bottom of the pan,
Okay.
which is basically the flavor. But
It's mostly just to give it a taste. I love apple vinegar. Wow, I love apple vinegar so much.
okay, we can put the vinegar on the rice directly in the stock.
That's beautiful. Let me go over it. Oh, that smells so good.
So once you have this, you just cover and leave it for about 20 minutes to see first how it goes, and we'll come back to it.
Okay, that's perfect. I mean, we have some time for the seitan to cook. So I really think that this recipe can be made in one time. But if you want to save yourself some time, I mean, I will deeply invite you to start with the seitan the day before, because this is what we made. Actually, we made the seitan earlier, so we can finish to cook it. So I deeply invite you to make it maybe early in the morning or the night before you want to make this Christmas dinner. After 30 minutes of cooking the seitan, I'm just gonna turn it so it's kind of delicate. You don't want to boil yourself. Easier when you have a steamer at home. But let's just turn them.
Okay, so the part which is still as a light color goes under. Yeah?
Yes, exactly.
And the dark one goes on top. Okay.
And even with the steamer, you get exactly the same
thing.
The same coloration, so it's kind of...
But why do you turn them? I mean, in this, like...
So basically because a part of them is
not
not under water. I definitely want to
cook them the same way everywhere.
Evenly. Yeah.
Evenly, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we good to go. And where's the risotto? Okay, start to cook slowly.
Yeah, need to cook it slowly, or the rice will not have a good texture.
Oh, but it smells so good. It
Yeah,
smells like paradise.
If you cook it slowly, the rice will be cooked inside, but not mashed outside.
Okay, okay, great tips. Because if you remember that rice bowl recipe I gave you, the rice was cooked really fast, but it was white rice, you know, basmati, and 15 minutes is more than enough for basmati rice, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna go, keep going with the seitan, but we're gonna roast it. And I actually don't know really how to roast the seitan. I usually do it in the oven, but today my cousin is gonna show us how to do it directly in a pan.
Okay, so first things first, just warm up the pan pretty well. Put some margarine, as you want to keep vegan, which is fat made of lean seeds or colza, these kind of things. You can cook it or spread it on anything you want. Just put it in the pan, wait until it melts properly. And it should be really hot. If you're gonna put anything in a pan which is not really hot, it's gonna boil, not roast. So wait until it's really hot. During this time we can cut the seitan.
Okay.
How do you want it? Because it's your dish still. And,
I mean, I was actually thinking, do we have to cut it before we roast it, or?
Oh, you want to cook the outside part?
Yeah, I was thinking that could be interesting to do
Perfect.
something like this.
Perfect, so we don't have to cut it. Just wait. And we can increase the heat here.
I don't know why, but it feels like we're gonna make waffles. I know there is like probably not a lot related to it, but I feel like we're gonna make waffle.
So we're gonna see.
Let's add it.
This is still not hot enough. When you hear this small noise, like, this is not enough. You need to hear like, like this when you put it inside.
Okay, that's okay.
So you can just dip it in the fat. And once you put the seitan in it, and you dip in the fat every side of it, just leave it like this and don't turn it always. Just leave it, make it crust, okay?
Yeah, that's something I've tried to learn and understand, is that if you move everything all the time, like you don't get anything.
There is no crust. Yeah,
and
that's a mistake people make commonly. So come to show the people, please. Now you leave it for about 2 minutes on each side, and you see the crust starts to come nice and swift.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful.
Just leave it on the other side until you get what you want.
Okay, that's quite simple actually.
Really simple.
And
just need patience.
And the risotto is
coming on slowly.
Yeah, it's gonna be delicious.
Smells good.
Smells amazing. It smells really good. I think we're gonna enjoy it. The whole team.
Yeah, let's
we're gonna have a.
Oh, start to be hungry.
We're gonna have a Christmas dinner, and it's not even Christmas. So.
So As long you wait, as long as the pan gets hot, so you can turn it after less time, more often. Yeah.
Okay. It's pretty beautiful.
Here.
Let's be honest, that's really beautiful.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. It's totally vegan, but it looks like a nice sausage, actually.
That's great.
Looks yummy.
That looks yummy, and it's Christmas. You want to have like something yummy on your table, you know, and serve something quite yummy to your guests. If you have anyone, of course. That's horrible. That's horrible. If you're alone for Christmas,
if you're alone,
like,
you can still cook this thing for you. It's amazing.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Be lovely. Okay, so what are you going now? Because it looks like it's really crispy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now you have all the sides as crispy as you want. Just you get one, and we're gonna slice it. See how it looks. Taste it a bit.
Okay, let me get a glove for this one,
As you wish.
so I can handle it with my hand, because this is beautiful. Wow, this crispiness is just amazing. Can you hear the? I mean, the crust is like singing. This is just amazing.
It tastes amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, like your slices looks really amazing. I feel really bad cutting mine. We'll say that it's about the knife. So for the dressing, we're definitely gonna use yours because this is having a chef on the show is actually quite cool. To be honest, we can like share some experiences, and actually let me. That tastes really good. And it's so crispy. Okay, I could eat it all.
Yeah. You don't even need salt.
Yeah.
You didn't put any salt in the recipe, and it's already enough.
So actually, most of the salt come from the vegetable stock. If you do your vegetable stock at home, of course you will need to add salt. But as we go with
Pre-made vegetable stock,
pre-made vegetable stock,
which is a bit salty.
yes, more salt. Should we give a look to the risotto?
So it's boiling pretty fast now.
Wow.
I should try just to look a little bit at the rice. See, it's nearly cooked. So we should just turn off the fire before it's cooked and just let the rice absorb the water. With the heat it will still keep going, but the rice will have the right texture.
Okay.
Very important.
Okay, really cool. Slice the other one so we can have two beautiful plates to present. I'm just gonna go and keep eating mine. So I'm gonna start to prepare the plating by cutting some green onions. And what's the next step with the risotto?
Alright, now that the risotto is cooked totally, we're just gonna add the nutritional yeast right here and mix it together. We'll also add some black pepper, black grounded pepper, sorry. Remember to add if you use homemade stock or whatever, remember that adding salt in the end and controlling the seasoning in the end is better, because when you put it in the beginning the water will reduce and it will be more salty in the end, so better maybe to add it in the end. If you want to come have a closer look at this is the right texture and look of the rice, not overcooked, and just a little bit, still a little bit hard inside, let's say al dente.
Okay, we got al dente rice.
Exactly. So also we made a little sauce to go on the seitan. You can do whatever you want. We just used today some ginger, fresh ginger,
yes,
cinnamon, paprika, and some oat cream. But do as you wish.
It's really Christmas. It's
Christmassy.
Yeah, I love the cinnamon. The idea of the cinnamon is so Christmas for me.
Okay, so if you want to put the risotto on the plate.
Okay, let me do that. Definitely gonna. No, actually no. Okay,
You want me to do it?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, no problem. Then just for the sauce, you just take it like this, do this movement,
Okay.
and then do like this, and then go through the thing like rub slowly.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna put the risotto now. It's delicious.
And that smell actually
Amazing.
crazy. Yes. Okay, let's be honest. Let me go with the sauce on the Seitan. Just gonna. Oh yes, that's amazing.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Perfect.
That's really smell Christmas. Make weird because it's not even Christmas.
So we can sprinkle a little bit of fresh spring onions.
Okay, over
Give it
here.
a bit of crunchy freshness. Hop, hop.
And this green
And
color.
Zest, lemon zest, lime zest on the risotto if you want. Oh. And that's it.
That's it. That's beautiful. I mean, come on. We're just gonna enjoy that plate. It's gonna be pretty amazing, to be honest. To have these. I mean, it's Christmas, isn't it? So let's have a dip. Yes, Merry Christmas, and let's have a dip. Thank you for watching that video. If you tried the recipe, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe because we're gonna have other video coming for Christmas preparation and even after. So far I want to say Merry Christmas, even if it's quite early, and let's have a dip.
Alright.
That risotto is insane. Wow.
Perfect.
Wow, really amazing.
And
mushrooms.
the lime zest actually gives something.
Yeah, really. It's really amazing.
The sour and a bit sweet.
It's so good. This is really so good.
Yeah, it's really so good.
The sauce is good.
Man, I was so hungry.